this video, we'll show you how to change the Serpentine belt kit on your Honda Civic. You can find it on CarParts.com via the link in the description. For safety reasons, we strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Honda Civic safely. It's also safer to disconnect the battery. To do so, we recommend watching the video, How to Replace the Honda Civic Car Battery. In order to change the Serpentine belt on your vehicle, you need to take off the wheel on the passenger side to gain full access. Now you need to remove the plastic cover that gives access to the damper pulley. Using a fork, remove the two holding rivets. Then remove it to access the belt more easily and reposition it correctly when reassembling. Using a 19mm offset wrench, loosen the belt by turning the Serpentine belt tensioner clockwise. Meanwhile, remove the belt from the tensioner, then from the various pulleys. Before proceeding with the replacement of the Serpentine belt, we recommend taking a picture or to draw the path of the belt around the different pulleys in order to position it correctly later. You can now remove the belt. When changing the belt, you should also replace the tensioner pulley. On this vehicle, the belt tensioner is held in place by one of the alternator retaining bolts. It is therefore necessary to remove the alternator. To do so, we recommend watching the video, How to Replace the Alternator Honda Civic. Hey, it's Alex from CarParts.com. For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now. Second, you'll need to remove the water pump pulley. Otherwise, you won't have enough room to remove the tensioner. Secure the water pump pulley with a pulley lock wrench. Insert the two pins of the wrench into the holes in the pulley. You can now unscrew the three pulley retaining bolts with a 10mm wrench. Then remove it. You can now access the belt tensioner. Using a ratchet and an 8mm Allen socket, unscrew the lower retaining bolt. Caution, access is difficult, and the cavity is fragile. Above all, the socket must be firmly seated in its housing. Using a ratchet and a 12mm socket, unscrew the upper retaining bolt of the belt tensioner. Remove the bolt. Then remove the tensioner. Take the belt tensioner. Put it back in its place. Then screw the bolts back in roughly by hand. Then screw them back in with a ratchet until they make contact. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Replace the water pump pulley. Using the pulley lock wrench and a 10mm wrench, tighten the three pulley retaining bolts. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Take the new Serpentine belt. Pay careful attention to which way up you use it. The writing on the belt must turn clockwise. Slide the new belt around the different elements, respecting the layout from the initial assembly. Return the alternator to its housing. To find out more, we recommend watching our video on How to Replace the Alternator Honda Civic. To fully put it back in place, lift the serpentine belt tensioner in order to wind the serpentine belt onto all of the pulleys. Then release the belt tensioner to fully extend the belt. Before starting your car again, check that the belt is properly positioned in all the pulleys. Replace the plastic cover, then put the rivets back in place. Then you will be able to put the wheel back on your vehicle. Put the car back on the ground and block the wheel properly. Reconnect the battery. Operation complete.